Well, welcome back everybody, Smithy here, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Jurassic World. Now, I said I'd finished it, but on closer perusal, one thing I did finish, I don't know if anybody's commented on it yet because I've just literally launched the last episode, we forgot about the raptors. The raptors which run out of the 4 traps. And really looking at the video again, it is a case that the raptors come out of this square area, which is pretty dangerous because and the raptors run off in this direction. There's no lockdown on the 4 raptors, which is pretty difficult because I expected that this was just a container, but when I've reviewed the trailer footage of the raptors coming out, it is exactly filmed from here, so that's where it is. However, I also know, and before anybody says it, I've got the top-down view of the set of this. There is some sort of area at the back here, but I am unable to see what it is. It appears that there is some sort of entrance at the back here, and I always wondered whether that was where the raptors came out. It would make a lot more sense. So they don't at the moment. They come out of this side panel here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to have to put some like blocks here because I have to put some buttons on it to open the doors. So that is the only way, and I have to put, now if I remember rightly, nope, that has to be this way, see. So I'll have to put the buttons on the inside, which is going to be a bit difficult. I wonder if I can do that. So let's put that on. Oh, no, that's not right. There we go. I wonder if we can put the button there. There we go. Quick, out. So I need to put, and sadly they don't open the right way, but hey, we can't have everything, can we, at the moment? So I'm going to put the 4 gates on there, which are triggered by the raptors running out, and they're all let out, remember. I can hear the raptors running around. So yeah, looking pretty good here once I finish this off. We're going to be absolutely fine. So I have to then put, obviously, the doors on this side as well, and I'm going to put them... no, I'm going to put it there. That makes much more sense, doesn't it, in terms of that. And I can put the button on here so I can get into there. Ooh, he says. And then I can get out of that one there and get back in, I think. I'll have to work it out now. So I'm going to put the doors on there. Let the raptors in. And let them out. Right, and then we've finished the raptors. So I don't know how they actually get them in here. Maybe they put some food in there or something like that. But there you go, there's the 4 raptor, so they can all run out and run through the forest. Yet to be seen, of course, what they actually do, whether they escape, run off, or whatever. Perhaps I need to put a button here. Hey, look at that. That's good, isn't it? It opens up too. So there we go. Right, we have finished then this for now. So now I'm going to head back to Main Street and we're going to do some of the Promenade next. That's this episode, and we'll see if we can find another dinosaur to release into the wild. So let's go. So we're back here at Main Street, as you can see, and I'm going to show you something in a minute, but I thought I'd just come and have a look at the T-Rexes. They're all happy, and now we haven't, well, now there's no more breeding. We shouldn't be getting any more of the any more babies around. Anyway, I suppose you know now that there is going to be some new T-Rex skins coming out. You might have seen them on my last video, which I did. And if you DeviantArt, if you haven't seen the last video, DeviantArt, I've got them. The new T-Rex, slightly different shapes as well. If you look at this, it's sort of got this square nose. And please fix the sound. I want the roar back. Anyway, let's go and head out to the Promenade because I've been doing a bit of work on this. As you will see now, we are trying to match up with the Promenade. And what I've had to do is I've had to build it wider and round and wider because, excuse me, and then put the sandstone on here because there's like a pathway that sort of outskirts at the Promenade. And if I look from the front, I knew this day would come. I knew that I would have to, at some point, I would have to, how should we say, do the Promenade and dig out all this sand. I'm not going to dig it out. I'm going to use World Edit and make the water deeper like I did over there with the Mosasaur Arena. So that's the easy way. But first of all, I've got to get this promenade right to match the world. Now we've seen the promenade for the first time in the last week. It's very poor quality though. And what I'm going to do now is just going to have a quick talk about that and show you the actual promenade and what it looks like and how it marries up with this world now, because for the first time we see the massive arena to the left of the innovation center. So I'm going to talk about that for a minute as well. So let's head over and have a look at the pictures I've got. Now what you can see here is the main street. And this came out about 4 days ago, but we haven't had a HD version, so this is the best picture I can show you. Interesting enough, I think the main innovation centre has got slightly bigger. This is Margaritaville here on the right hand side of the main street, and you can now see roughly the promenade that goes across from left to right. Now the other thing you can actually see, if you look to the left of the innovation centre, you've got the the T-Rex kingdom as it's labelled before Indominus Rex, but it has got stands. You can see the stands and the people in there, but yeah, it's pretty good to say the least, and it's quite an interesting picture. So further to that, you can see bottom left before the water, and you can see obviously this water is quite deep. And it shows that pretty well. The building to the left is the cinema. It's the IMAX cinema, which I always believed it was to be there, and it definitely is. And then there's some buildings in between. Now I'm sure that one of the buildings is a cafe, and I think that's the one in between that and the corner. Jurassic Traders, which is on the corner of Main Street. Now the other thing I want to say is to the right of the Innovation Centre you can see the monorail. Monorail goes at the back of the Innovation Centre, and there's a station, and I think it sort of comes down behind, but I love the way they've actually made it come out and round the back. And to the right where you can see the monorail, I believe this is the theme park. It looks like a bit of a theme park with rides and stuff. I'm very interested to see what the building is on the right hand side of the picture there. And the other thing that I'm wondering about is how the monorail comes in, because I do believe that the building at the bottom right hand side, the big square white roof building as it is, could well be a station area. Not completely sure, because there is a pathway right at the back that leads up to what I think is the theme park. So it's quite interesting. And another thing that's quite weird is I'm one of the people that's old enough to remember Lost, and at the moment right above in this shot, right above the Innovation Centre is this dark fog, and Lost was filmed in the same location, Hawaii. So there we go. So it's quite interesting where they've hid. You cannot see what's just above the fog. You can just about see the heliport as well. So it's a really interesting shot and gives a lot of clues. But I really want to see a HD version of this to see a bit more detail. So we can see the promenade and we know where it goes, and it meets up with the Mosasaurus arena, which is off left of this shot. So one more shot I wanted to show you. So this is again poor quality shot from the same video, but this shows where Katie McGrath's character gets dropped into the water. Some believe she's eaten. I don't believe she's eaten. We shall wait and see. But you can see this is the end piece of Main Street, literally the Jurassic Traders. You can just see the wooden round where the pillars are. I do believe it's Jurassic Traders, and obviously next to that is Ben & Jerry's, which I showed you before and included in the video. You can see that they have included now what I believe this is now is and I'm going to leave it till then. I'm going to build this bit, but it's very similar to what's in front of the Mosasaurus arena. It could be electrified fence, but I doubt it very much. You can see the pteranodons here, the one that drops her, and there's one further down by the parasols. But yeah, I do believe this may be perspex, but really if the mosasaur was in this water, you'd want something pretty strong. And also the fact there would be a wall Maybe people can see over it. It looks like they can, but certainly I really think if a Mosasaurus is in that water, it's not very safe. Maybe it's a really high wall. I don't know really. And we'll have to see a bit more of that. So there you go. So let's get back to the world and carry on with the build. So welcome back everybody. I've started to get the lines in really because I'm going to have to dig it all out. But I was just putting the wall here to come from the Mosasaurus arena. Now if you remember rightly, all those episodes a long time ago, for those people who haven't watched my series, I would, in between times, I would advise you to go back and have a look at the other episodes. I know that lots of people are doing that, so it's really cool. I still love this. I think this, I'm very proud of the Mosasaurus arena, but I didn't put in the new seating underneath yet, so there's just so many things to do on this. But I put the wall in here, and the wall will now meet up with here, and the path does go around there, and then it's green grass across the front here. So what I've got to do, you can see now I've put in, once I put the wall in all the way around, I can then start taking out the lake. But it's a case of doing this because there's no other way to do it. You have to put them all in manually. So you can understand that some of the builds, I know people say, where's your video, but sometimes it takes a bit more time than you think, because I'm having to do this off camera, and I'm not going to film this. There is no point. So sometimes, especially in the week, you won't get videos every day, but I try my best and try and fit stuff in. So there is so much happening with a month to go, just over a month to go before Jurassic World's out. I'm sort of going to have to accelerate some of the builds. Today, literally 2 hours ago, which is, we're on Thursday night here in the UK, the new video came out with a picture of the pterodons flying away from the aviary, pteranodons flying away from the aviary and going past Owen and Claire. And there's a shot of the aviary from the outside which is superb, which shows now I'm quite happy with the internal aviary design and the external aviary design. So I'm looking forward, after I've done a bit of the promenade now and dug the water out, I will probably do Winston's down there next. I've got the cinema there. Remember I mentioned the cinema, I'd already placed the cinema here. I am not going to change my arena in any great spec. I'm quite happy with my arena, and I'll wait to see what happens, but there was some fancy bits, as we saw in the picture, on the front, so I'm going to have to look whether we can actually do something with that. Also, the fact is that the Spinosaurus skeleton goes here and in here, and it looks now on the movie that this is much bigger than I built, but I'm not too bothered because I've got to try and fit it into my build over there. I am going to take out this is going. I'm quite happy now. New maps came out there's 2 new books, and hopefully I'm going to get a book at the weekend which shows the monorail coming across from the hotel, which will be across there, which will then come out. I'm still unsure whether or not there is a monorail station over here, and I know for a fact that on the map it shows the monorail and then going back out over the back of the mountain. So there is lots to do, but what I want to do now is, I'm quite happy with the promenade, so I thought let's put the promenade in, and that gives us our guidance to where we start building the other stuff. So loads happening, as you can see, and it's yeah, this is sort of thing that I have to do in between shots. So bearing in mind that some of the builds at the moment are quite big, and when we get there it's going to take a little bit of time to do this area. But right, I will now finish off the wall, and once I've got a wall all the way around to there, I will pop back and have a look at the sort of design of the top wall, which I'm going to use some steps for, and then take some of this, take all this out for the water. So you can see the wall now, and I've had to fill in the grass, and I've sorted out this on this side. So yeah, I'm quite happy now. So now it's a case of starting to take out the sand, which could be a lot of fun, because it's quite difficult to say the least. It's like I've got to work out what water is. In fact, let's come back for that. Yeah, so we're alright about that. So if I just do replace 9, there we go. We've got some water there. What I want to make sure is we've got water on top. So you have to get it exactly right, and it's just a case of now going all the way along and getting rid of stuff like that. So, but it's quite a long and protracted little bit of an exercise, because like even now I'm going to do that, it'll drop and I'll have to get rid of it. Then it's too high, so there we go, undo. And that's what you've got to be very careful of, that I don't replace water, because now I've got the problem of getting rid of this water, which is quite easy once it's gone. So what I need to do first of all is take away all the sand and then work with that, which is that's just easy, because like that now I will replace with 0, but I can't do that in 2 minutes flat. And you can see now where the water is going. So it's just a case of working out where you need to get rid of the water and work out the sort of height. But once you've got that, I need to sort of get rid of this, see? So it's just a case of spending a bit of time doing that to get rid of all the sand, and I can replace that with water. So once I have sort of done quite a bit of that, I will come back. But look, it's yeah, it's quite a, sorry for making a bit of a, there we go. It's still a bit of a pain in the neck to do it, but it's the only way to do it. And I can do it up here. It's going to be a bit easier to get rid of that, but because once you've got the same, there you go, you can do that, and it's getting easier to do that. So I'm going to remove that, and then I can replace, once I get to the level of the water, I can replace it. So it's going to be quite a bit of a job to do that, but it shouldn't take too long. Right, so here we are. I've got the wall up, and all that's left to do now is put the water in, which might appear to be much harder, but it isn't, because if I'm really clever, which is make it quite deep. Mosasaurus over there, look. Yeah. Hey, can't wait to see JurassiCraft one as well. If I go to the farthest point, which is here, and click this one here, right, and that's like the perpendicular, I can go anywhere in here and take out all the sand. So just for an example is, if I go right out here, take this out, and then come to there, and then go right out here, I could then, in fact, thinking about that, take this out right out here. If I just do this as a bit of a, just try this like that, and go there, replace, in fact water is 9. There you go, look at that. See, so we're quite happy with that. Now I can now work with that and come out and take the water, so I can now go one more to here, see, and once you've done it, it's a case of I can keep taking this water right out, right up to the wall. I can take that one there, and that's how I'd get most of it out. So if you, no, I did that wrong. See, that's the trouble you got to remember. So I can go one more. I shouldn't use the left hand one, but look at that, I've now got the deep water which I wanted. So if I just click that and then come back out, and I'll show you what I can do the other way as well. I want to come right out here down to here, because that will do that, and there you have it. So that's taken me right down to the base of here. Remember this I did earlier. I can go deeper now. That might be actually quite beneficial. So if I go out one more, I don't know how deep. Oh yes, look, there's another level, so I can go one more. So in fact, and then it goes quite deep. So that is about the furthest point. So if I click that one there, or that one there. So let's go, that's 2 more. Got to be very careful here. Yeah, we're alright. In fact, what I should have done is exactly here. So if I just go all the way down here to follow it, I should be able to get this to the right height. And then I can go the other way as well. Once I've got as far out as possible. Yes, there we go, look. So if I click that now and go right over here, once I get the line in, it'd be very easy to clear the water out. And it would mean actually I can put another, now I've got the wall, I can put another creature in here as well. So that'd be really cool. That's about right. So just click that. There we go. Oh, I can go, is that exactly the right height? That's exactly the right height. So, and then I could just go like this, just click that out. And then that takes that out there. And then I can keep doing it. Watch, if I go to here, just keep going around now. This is easy. Once you get the perpendicular in, I can just take this out. And in fact, what I need to do now is start taking it out a bit further. So like this one. There we go. And then that means I can put the wall in underneath, because I can be really clever with it. So if I go like here, and it takes the wall out underneath and it fills it with water, and then I can come back and build the mossy stone in afterwards. So that's how easy it is. And because I've got the perpendicular over there, I can just keep doing this. Look, watch this. So I can just keep going now, and all the way around, and it won't take me too long to do this. Look. So once I've done that, I will come back. But yeah, it's quite easy to do, as you can see. And it gets easier as we go further away. But once you work, ooh, there's a hole there. Once you work out, ooh, in fact, how to do it, it's a case of easy peasy. So as you can see, I just keep taking out this area and it becomes a great big lake, which is really cool, and that's exactly what I want. So I'll come back once I've done it. Okay, so we've got it. Well, we've got most of it anyway, and I haven't done the mossy stone. That's the next thing to do. I'm going to do that in between this and the next video. Just to finish off, you can see the wall now, so we've got a pretty good wall, which is pretty good. So how are we going to do the next bit? Well, that's going to take a bit of time as well, because if I show you, just for an example, it appears, and what I'm going to have to do is, sadly, I'm going to have to put something at the back of this, because the only way to put what I'm going to do next is the blocks at the back. So let me just show you what I'm going to do. So I want to put the in fact, that might be even better. Yeah, what I wanted to do, in fact, that's you just made it easy for myself. And this is what about building is, until you actually do it, you suddenly go, oh, this is actually going to be a lot easier, which is literally put a wall in like so, and that is superb, because that's I could actually probably use a different colour wall, but I wanted to use the stone because it is stone blocks. So if I just do the archway coming round, it's just roughly round, isn't it? And then put what I'm going to have to do is, the easiest way for me would be to just do this. Actually, this will look pretty good. Yeah, there we go. So I can actually do that, so that's good. Oh, just make sure we get it right. Oh, just getting it all right. There you go. So it actually does work. Once you get the hang of it, and it's like anything, you just have to get it right first time. And then what I'll do is put this on here. In fact, what I should have done is that, like that. There we go. So it's exactly right, the same both ways. Yeah, so what I'm going to do for now is I will just put the blocks on like so. Let me just finish this little section off, and then I'll just have to do that like so. Ooh, it's a bit of, oh, that's better. Yeah, you can keep doing that as long as you get the X actually right, because it sticks out. I could just leave it, but I think, ooh, And then we should start coming the other way now, actually. Yeah, because that sort of gives it that sort of a balcony type way of doing it, which works absolutely like that, and it will come back so we got both sides looking the same. So we're starting to look good now. Right, okay, so once I've got that, I've got to work out what in terms of the balcony. Now previously we have used iron bars, get rid of that. Right, so if we go back over here, and I'm not going to do anything with this because I just wanted to get the lake wall in more than anything else. But if I go back over here to have a look at what we did originally, if we use a similar design to this, which until I see the HD version I'm not going to bother, but it's almost like I've put it every 3 blocks. Whoa, there you go. So it's 3 in between. So when it comes to over here, it would be the case of doing something like that. 1, 2, 3, and then just doing something like that and join it together so that we sort of got equal posts. Yeah, roughly equal anyway. That's the way it would look. 1, 2, 3. You can't always when you're building these things, but you can get it virtually right. See, like that, and then come round to there. So yeah, so we can have some sort of thing. Now I'm not sure whether they've got, because it's so high here, they've put up glass, and it may be the case rather than electrified fences, which they could all die on. I think they're sort of perspex glass sheeting, and that would make a lot of sense to me. There are some tables and chairs here looking across the lake, so it'd make a lot of sense if we were to put some glass in. Now I'm just going to finish off just to see how this works. It would make a lot of sense to me to do that. Yeah, it would. And I think it would look a lot better if we were able to do that and just put the glass in. I think it would look really smart, like so. And then there is a curvature at the front. Maybe the fact that where the people can touch it, it is glass, and then at the front it may curve over. So I think that would be looking a lot better. Until I see some more evidence, I will probably just leave it like that here, and then I will leave the rest to do at a later date. And you can see it's quite easy to do, and I think it looks quite good. And you probably say, oh, he's using dark glass again, but if it works, you know, it's a case of if it's not broken, don't break it. Let's make it work. So let me just finish off this little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as I say, we're moving on. I'm going to start a build. I think I'm going to do Winston's. I think really for this weekend we'll have Winston's, but I also want to go to the Aviary and just start the design for the Aviary, because I've really got some more big builds to carry on with, and I still haven't finished the Innovation Centre inside, so it's all good. Oh, there we go. But I was just trying to show this video how much goes on in between. It's quite a lot. There we go. I think it looks better now with the glass on as well in terms of the metal, so combining the metal with that. Oh, just a bit more. That looks, I do like that. That's the sort of thing you would expect on the seafront, where you didn't want the people to fall in and get eaten or get carried off by some pterodons and dropped into the water like we have seen. Hopefully not being eaten by the mosasaur, but we shall wait and see. Just over a month to go. Getting really excited now. This really could be really interesting. Right, so there you go. That does make a lot of sense to do this. And the last one will be to place that there and then put the glass in between just to finish it off like so. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. go around the front to show what it looks like from the other side. So we haven't done the sticky out bit yet, but that makes a whole load of sense. The sticky out bit would be up here. Ooh, that's difficult. That is difficult. Maybe it's case something like that we might have to do just to keep it going. Yeah, that actually looks okay. So there you have it. Yeah, that is going to be definitely the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for all the comments. And look at that, there we go. We're now starting to get the design in there, and that is exactly how I want it. So that looks pretty good. So there you go. Thanks very much indeed. Like the video, press the comments please, and make some comments on there, and I'll try and keep up with them. They're getting more and more every time. Thanks very much indeed, and bye bye.